Hello.
I'm okay.
Hello.
I want to time out.
Okay. My name is Vanja. I talk really fast and I have a shit ton of stuff to tell you, so get ready. All right, so January. So first I do want to say thank you so much to Rachel. Thank you to the Annex. Please tip Brian and Rose. They are awesome. Ask them about the wine. They know stuff. So you guys, the holidays are over, thank God. You know, we're in the season now of returning things. You know, during Christmas you have to go buy all that stuff. You go to little things, you have to buy stupid shit for people that you barely know, that you know they're going to put in a drawer. I'm talking about that table at Marshall's. Thank you. I always have to have a guy explain to me what to do with this thing, so that's kind of a thing that happens for me. But I'm a quick learner. It's all right. So, yeah, Marshall's has that table. It looks like a thrift store, right? It's got all kinds of stupid shit on it, and it's January. That shit is probably in the thrift store now, which it is. It's the best month to go thrifting because everyone has Maria Kondo's their life, and there's some good shit at the thrift store. But what I'm talking about is they have a zillion different wine openers. Like, why do you need this many different kinds of wine openers? I'm busy, I got shit to do, I don't need that. But I want to talk to you about a specific one that I've seen. It's kind of red, it looks like a Barbie-sized kind of water pump. The rabbit. Have you guys seen the rabbit?
Yes.
Yeah, and it kind of always mystifies me because I'm like, the rabbit, that reminds me of the other rabbit. You guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, don't pretend you don't watch Sex and the City, and if you don't know, somebody right next to you knows exactly. And I'm like, that's a weird thing. I wonder if there's a copyright infringement. For those of you who don't know, the rabbit is a really fancy vibrator. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. Maybe it's a combo gift. Like, you know, Valentine's Day is coming up. Don't mix them up, maybe. Be careful. So I was looking at all these wine openers, and I ended up buying some stupid shit like a tea towel. What the hell is that, you know, for your guest? So then I went to go and buy them a really nice bottle of wine at Grocery Outlet. That's where I get my wine. Yeah, they got some great wine. So anyway, I'm at the store, I'm getting the wine, and I'm about to check out, and you know, all the credit card machines are just a little bit different enough that I'm kind of stupid at every one of them. So I get to the checkout, and the machine actually says this. It says, oh, well, first of all, when I was at Marshall's, you know, I was kind of giggling because of Rabbit, and I was like, dude, you're a grown-ass woman giggling at the table all by yourself. Grow up, right? But I get to the wine store, and I start doing the same thing because I get up to the thing, the credit card machine, and I'm looking at it, and there's a handwritten note on it that says, penis broken, use finger. And I'm like, that's great advice, that's a good workaround, thank you, whatever. And then, so I'm giggling again, and I'm like, okay, obviously it says pen is broken, use finger. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm trying to like keep it together because it's not that funny or whatever. But then, right as I put my card in, screen switches, and it says swipe, tap, insert. I'm like, holy shit, these are really detailed instructions. And they're not bad. I mean, for any of you taking notes, use finger, swipe, tap, insert. You can mix them up. You don't have to do it in that order. But it works. I was like, okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. So I kind of am like, okay, why am I... It's possible that I'm kind of under-sexualized because I recently had a breakup, and it was a pretty pleasant breakup, if that's possible. I'm not going to say, like, Gwyneth Paltrow conscious uncoupling, but it was just that thing. You know that thing, you can't live with them, period. So it was that. But anyway, so I want to talk about my shirt. I don't want to avoid the elephant in the room, which is the shirt, not me. It says, live what you. This makes no sense at all. This is obviously just a language barrier situation. I got it in France. I love it. It probably means, you know, you go girl, live your best life, etc. But live what you. And so I was trying to tell my friends, I was like, it doesn't make sense. And you know, it reminds me, Luke was talking about neck tattoos. You see these girls who have like the cute little tattoo, and they're like, oh, it means laughter in Chinese. You're like, sweetie, no, that means ball sack. It represents laughter because it's hilarious, but it doesn't mean laughter. It doesn't mean laughter. And you know, we all do it, right? We all kind of make up languages. Like, what do? We add an O to make it Spanish. What's the Spanish word for taco? Taco. Oh, no, I'm kidding. I say Spanish now. You do have to be careful to not do that all the time. Because, for example, don't tell a person who is a Spanish-speaking person that you're embarrassed. Because if you're embarazada, that means you're pregnant. So be careful. So same thing. So same thing in I had to be careful with some words too, because in France, there's a lot of words that, they kind of don't make a lot of sense. One of them is inflammation. I feel like that's a made-up word, but whatever, inflammation, we all have it. So I'm not really supposed to eat preservatives. So there I was in France, and I was asking the deli guy if the escargot had any préservatifs, which means, do the escargot have any condoms in them? And they don't like that when you ask them that. I mean, they're pro-safe sex, but they're just particular about their cuisine. And so, don't ask them that. That's, information, I don't know. I have a lot of information right in here, because I had fast food for the last 375 meals. But my doctor was talking to me about it, and he was saying to me, I said, well, do I need to stop drinking wine? And he's like, well, no, don't be crazy. And I was like, oh, God. But he did tell me, he said, white wine is the worst for inflammation. And I really prefer white wine and bubbly, in case anybody's taking notes, because that is how I get paid, and I'm not joking. Except for, real story, side note, next month I'm going to the Westminster Dog Show, because that's also how I get paid. I get paid in dog tickets. I don't get paid in real money. But anyway, so I like bubbly from Grocery Outlet and other places, and from the Annex. But anyway, I was like, okay, so he said, no, red wine is much better. White wine is the worst for inflammation. But you guys have done a lot of research about this, and I like a lot of research. And I've learned that if you do it right, white wine is so helpful for not giving a fuck about my inflammation. Works really well. Anyway, so here we are, we're getting into, who has a 3-day weekend is what I wanted to know. That's right, because we're getting into, nice, so a few people have a 3-day weekend. Don't worry, there's another 3-day weekend next month, right? Then we go into Valentine's Day, then we go into President's Day, which I think it's really weird, because I think President's Day is about buying a mattress. That's what President's Day seems to be. And I don't understand why President's Day, that's why George Washington cut down the cherry tree, because he couldn't afford a freaking mattress, and then he needed to sleep on the tree. But I don't understand why it's after Valentine's Day. Wouldn't it be making a lot more sense if the mattress sale was before Valentine's Day, make it a whole package thing, the mattress, the Valentine's Day, the rabbit, and the other rabbit, the whole bit. But, right? You get it all together. So, guys, but seriously, tomorrow, it is a 3-day weekend, but tomorrow is also the Women's March. Anybody going to the Women's March? Woo! Thank you. Okay, I'll see you there if you're there. And people say, why do you march? And here's the thing. And next month, February, is international, it's Women's Month. It's also when there's International Women's Day. Now, here's the weird thing to me. It falls literally right about the same time as Mardi Gras. So International Women's Day is falling at the exact same time where traditionally people think that women are showing their tits to get plastic beads. And I'm like, come on. I'm only showing my tits for semi-precious. Like these beauties over here, look at this. Did you guys see? They have anyway, I'm not saying, no, maybe not those, not today. And I'm only up here for a few minutes. But the other thing is that, no, as women, we haven't come that far. There's still a long way to go. We're not at the 72% of a dollar anymore. I think we make 82 cents for every dollar that the guys make. But I want to tell you guys something. Rachel is awesome. She's very fair. I did the math. We make 100% of what the guys make. 100% of 0 is 0. And... well, I'm not getting paid now. But I checked with the mail comics, so I know that's correct. So I'm just letting you know. But no, seriously, you guys, we have come a long way. But I was watching a show from the 70s, and I couldn't believe it. How it would just roll off their tongue. How all these newscasters were talking about TNA shows. Do you guys know what a TNA show is? For those of you who are younger, or who were maybe previously homeschooled or something, it means tits and ass. Like Charlie's Angels was a TNA show. A lot of TNA shows. And so one of the things that's interesting about that to me is now it's not a huge thing to say TNA, but to say TNA just just like nothing back then, tits and ass. It's like if, when CNN put out a bulletin, it was full of eggplant emojis and peach emojis. Like, it's weird. And they would just say it like it was nothing. And then the women newscaster, the one woman newscaster in the 70s, she had to do it too. And I thought, that's really weird. Like, what if you had to talk about DMB shows? Hey, we're talking about DMB shows, dicks and balls shows. No big deal, just a dick and balls shows. Don't get your boxers in a bunch, Bob. I'm just talking about dicks and balls shows. It's no big deal. So I was kind of thinking about this, and you know what? There is a thing called DMB, but I didn't know what it was. Have you guys heard of it? Dave and Buster's? Yeah, so it was confusing because I went there and my waiter was a little confused about why every time he came back to the table I was giving him $1 bills. I was confused because every time he came back to the table he was wearing the same amount of clothes. All right, but no, there are still a lot of reasons. I mean, for a serious moment, the ERA never passed. I don't know if anybody knows that. The Equal Rights Amendment never even passed. Just yesterday, one of the states was the 38th to adopt it. And the other thing that amazes me is if I say the name Linda Lovelace, a lot of us know who that is. A lot of the older people. Linda Lovelace was the star of Deep Throat. But if I say the name Ada Lovelace, most of us don't know. I mean, honestly. And Ada Lovelace is the woman who invented the first algorithm. Now, the guy invented the computer, but she was the one who figured out that it was more than just a calculator. And that's Ada Lovelace. None of us know her name. All I'm saying, guys, is I'm sure that Ada Lovelace gave a really good blowjob, and she should get the recognition that she deserves. That's it.